Hey guys, it's the Villains Demand. I'm Evan the Great, and I'm here with JVD, and we're here to give you another episode of Behind the Mask.
Today we're covering, to me, one of Spider-Man's most deadliest foes, Kraven the Hunter. Sergie Kravinoff, as he's known as, and to me, I would say he's probably top five of my Spider-Man villains.
Easily top five for me. And if my brother was here, it's one of his favorites.
I would probably say this is probably your brother, Hero Man, who don't ever do anything with us anymore. Loser. I would say this might be his favorite Spider-Man villain because he's very big on Kraven.
Yes, indeed.
And I am too. Now, tell you a little bit about Kraven. He was probably the world's greatest hunter and trapper.
Yep.
And eventually decided that he needed better prey and went after Spider-Man. And to say a lot
his
about...
His brother talked him into that? I think that's what I read.
I think so, yeah.
I never knew that until I read it, but Chameleon's his brother.
Yeah, they're half-brothers, yes.
Go ahead.
To give you an idea of just how powerful Kraven was and when he first started, is he matched Spider-Man pretty well.
Yes.
And the thing was, Spider-Man probably at the time was even stronger than Kraven, but Kraven was just so fast, and he was such an expert at hunting and trapping things, and he knows fighting styles, but he literally has his own fighting style, and that's what makes him very, very deadly. So with that, we'll start off. Let's go ahead and go with Kraven's weaponry. Everybody's always got a hard on for weaponry. Kraven, there's a lot of things Kraven has used that he has shunned away from in the past, like here recently. And a lot of that is rifles. There is the Kraven's Last Hunt cover where you see him crouched up on the building with the bolt-action rifle. Gas grenades, longbows, blowguns with poison darts. Even when he was fighting Deadpool, which I really like that book because it looks like it's drawn in an old style. His lion vest has weaponry in it. There's a stun blaster, a tranquilizer darts, electro burst, and an ultrasonic blaster, which is controlled by triggers in his hands. And he refers not to use any of that stuff anymore, because now Kraven, since meeting Spider-Man and defeating him when he did Kraven's Last Hunt and then being resurrected, he's more about honor now. And he sees that as being distasteful. But what he's commonly used and still uses a lot of is main thing to me you always see Kraven with is a hunting knife and a spear.
Yep.
Bolas. He's very big on using bolas because he fights Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always leaping around. He has used nets. And one time when going after the Hulk, he had adamantium nets, which I think is weird. I think maybe the hooks were adamantium and just not the whole net, because how can adamantium be that loose?
Magneto's around.
They got rid of the hole where Magneto could pull the adamantium thing apart. So let's not even get that. But speaking of, his hunting knife is now adamantium.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there's a picture where someone says something and he's holding it out of a car and it's like adamantium hunting knife. So he's also known for using, like I said, nets and a whip, being a hunter himself. So basically, we need to decide what standard gear is for Kraven. And a lot of this, he has used a shield at one time. He has used a homemade hand axe, more like a tomahawk, I should say.
Kraven is, to me, he can use any kind of, old-style weapon.
Tribal
weaponry
yes.
To a maximum level, no matter what it is.
But to me, what you mainly see him with is a spear.
Yeah.
This hunting knife, whether it be adamantium or not, we need to decide if that is adamantium or not.
I think it is.
Because it is something recently he has been using.
Yep. I think spear, hunting knife, and to me I would add bolas. On bolas, and I would add on it, he probably carries at least one trap with him, which I think could be like a net trap or any kind of manacles, because he catches shit. So.
Well, he's more hands-on now.
Yeah, well,
since his resurrection after the gauntlet, he's very hands-on now.
So definitely a knife and a spear.
I think the bola
and a bola. Basically, that's it. I mean, he's like an animal, so he don't really need all that.
He's very much in the honor and the spirit of the hunt now. So with that being said, Kraven had one time was taking potions to enhance his physical abilities, and he was around 2-ton strength level. And even at that time, he was still able to physically hurt Spider-Man.
Yes.
They also gave him.
He's a master of all the different areas of your body. I think even with the Dodger like Spider-Man, he's able to hit him.
Yes.
In some of those spots.
He's which we'll get to that in a little while. He's which also gave him very animalistic abilities. He has a very enhanced sense of smell. I would say almost as great as Wolverine's.
Yeah,
I mean,
what I gathered.
And basically his sight and I would say his hearing are all physically on par with Wolverine's. With, I would say, the abilities of Captain America physically.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you want somebody old school Kraven to compare him to Captain America, he runs 60 miles per hour. That's very Captain America-like. But since his resurrection during the Gauntlet, he is physically now on par with Spider-Man.
Yep.
So, and with this ritual that he went through with these things, it's kind of changed him. He's immortal now. And the only thing that he says can kill him is he has to die at the hands of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man ain't gonna kill him.
Yeah, Spider-Man is never going to kill him. I mean, even Kane, who became the Scarlet Spider after this, who sacrificed himself.
What's Doc Ock with Spider-Man?
But, well, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good question. I'm going to bring that up one of these days. Thank you. I'm putting that on Twitter. But yes, he's physically on par with Spider-Man. Now he's immortal. His daughter stabbed him in the chest with a knife, and it still did not kill him. And the thing is, he's mad about it.
Yeah.
And he has went on a killing spree trying to hunt down all the spiders. Him and Kane went toe-to-toe. Agent Venom, who is Flash Thompson, he's went toe-to-toe with him. And here's the thing. He doesn't use poisons or anything like that, but now his blood is basically a poison that he uses. He coats his weapons. It's enough that it has slowed Spider-Man down. It has slowed the symbiote down.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes,
so that is a very effective weapon because with the during the grim hunt, Spider-Man dons on the black suit, not the symbiote, and because that was their final fight. And Spider-Man called him out on, "Oh, you're using poisons again?" He said, "No, it's my blood." So technically during combat, you hurt him. Oh, I'm just going to rub my knife across my blood. Now it's poisoned.
Yep.
So very useful tactic in the middle of a fight.
Oh yeah.
So basically, physically now he is on par with Spider-Man, and just to show you even how much his durability has increased, even despite his immortality during that fight, Spider-Man hit him in the sternum and broke it, and it didn't stop him. He hit Spider-Man hard enough to separate his shoulder. So that just shows you where he used to be 10 tons, it's not hard to say that he's easily a 10-ton guy like Spider-Man now. Now you were talking about how he's very good at finding the weak spots on your body. Kraven is known for a nerve punch.
Yeah.
He's got a nerve pinch that he does on you. And he's taken out some of the best with it. Even Spider-Man. He's taken out Black Widow with it. He's affected Daredevil with it.
Humans and
animals. So, and then that goes a lot into his being a master trapper and hunter. Because, I mean, he would manhandle lions and tigers and hit them with this.
For those who don't know, before his resurrection, he would beat the hell out of lions and tigers and whatever else in this with his hands.
Yeah, before he even fought Spider-Man. So,
which his fighting style probably comes from a lot of that.
Yes, and
fighting wild animals.
And he's during all these wild animal fights and going after Spider-Man, he has developed a style on gaining the advantage on a character, especially with these nerve pinches, and capturing, because he's big on grappling due to his animal fightings, and it's a fighting style that he's created himself. So in a fight, I mean, you might think you have the advantage on Kraven, and he's probably baiting you.
Wow, he invented the ground and pound.
Yeah, before the UFC was popular, I guess you're right. And I mean, and that just makes him what's deadlier is because once he can get you a hold of you and he can hit this nerve, you're done.
Yeah.
The thing is, if he wants to prolong the fight, he can just hit it on your arm. Take out an arm, take out a leg. He doesn't have to completely take you out.
Yeah.
So there's a lot there that he can do. Like I said, basically with this resurrection he's had, he's became a an upgraded version of his original self. Is there anything that you've seen and read about Kraven you would like to add?
Man, not a whole lot. You hit on all the topics. Just to paint a picture of what you just think of a human that can move at like 60 miles per hour and strike with the force to hurt Spider-Man, which a lot of people don't know. They always take Spider-Man, put him in a different class. Spider-Man he's so strong and he's so fast. He's not on the same level as all these other lower
like
characters.
Batman and stuff.
Batman, Captain America, and all them, they're great and everything. Spider-Man is superior to them in every physical atmosphere.
Well, yeah, because if Spider-Man wanted to, at 60 miles per hour, if he punched you in the head, there might not be anything left of your head.
And Kraven can do that.
And he's willing to do that.
There's a lot more than what people think.
Yes, especially, like I said, since his resurrection, like I said, he has hunted, and the thing is, just to give you a builder sense, he's used Snare Punch on the Beast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and he is a 10-tonner. He's just like, he's Spider-Man without Spider Sense. So, I mean, he's not afraid to use it on guys bigger than him. Like I said, he's fearless. Like I said, he hunted the Hulk. And if you're crazy enough to hunt the Hulk, that should tell you something.
Yes.
So, like I said, now that he's got these physical abilities, poison, like I said, he's affected Spider-Man with it. He's affected, I should say, Scarlet Spider, who's Kane, Spider-Man's clone. And like I said, just the fact that's infected the symbiote just says a lot right there. So the thing is, he had Agent Venom on the run in that during the Savage Land. Like Venom was running from him.
They said, he's running for his life.
Yeah,
the panels I looked at.
He was
My
scared.
brother was telling me about that.
Yeah, and like he was even making him hallucinate at spots too.
You think the Venom will run for his life? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think that kind of wraps up Kraven the Hunter. You got anything else you want to add?
No, man,
here?
I just love Kraven.
Like I said, he went from basically about Captain America's level physically. Now he's at Spider-Man's level, and you cannot kill him.
Good luck.
So the question is, could you knock him out?
Probably.
I think you could.
I think you can knock him out, but I think you would have to. Yeah, my God, the Hulk would have to punch him.
Yeah, like fatal wounds aren't really going to work against him. But the question is, could you knock him out? Or you just got to trap him.
Yeah.
So, but that if you're looking for spend some good amount of money, Kraven's first appearance was an Amazing Spider-Man number 15.
Yep.
It's a pretty pricey book. I wish I could add that to my collection. So maybe one of these days I will. And I'm just ready for him to show up in a movie. So he's the one guy I want to see in a movie. So besides a legit shocker. So. But with that, this has been Kraven the Hunter for this episode of Behind the Mask. For the Villains Man, I'm JVD.
And I'm having a great.
Keep reading, guys.